So my wife's friend got married a couple of years ago, and it turned into this absolutely insane 3-day event. But here's the thing. At one point during that wedding, she said one comment to my wife that was so rude, so dismissive, that I made a decision right then and there. I was going to spend the next 3 years getting subtle revenge on her. Smile, lean back. And the best part? She has absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Let me tell you exactly how I've been pulling this off. Okay, so picture this. It's a few years back. My wife's friend, let's call her the bride, decides to get married. And I mean, congratulations and all, but this woman didn't just plan a wedding. She planned a production, 3 days long. Not some quick weekend thing where you go, congratulate, and leave. No, this was a commitment. Day 1 starts with a fancy dinner, but not at a normal time. This dinner starts at 9 p.m. at night, on a weekday. We're talking Tuesday or Wednesday. People have work the next morning. But sure, let's start dinner at 9 p.m. The dinner itself takes 3 hours. We're sitting there, dressed up, eating food, making small talk. And my wife and I, we're not party people. We're the kind of people who genuinely prefer to stay home, watch Netflix, and go to bed at a reasonable hour. But we're nice. We're supportive. So we show up, we dress up, we eat, we smile, we laugh at jokes, we do the whole thing. And then, because apparently the night wasn't long enough, they're like, come on everyone, let's go dancing. Dancing. At midnight. On a weekday. My wife and I look at each other, and we're both thinking the same thing. We have to wake up early, we have work, we are exhausted, and we just want to go home and sleep. So we politely say, hey, thank you so much for the invitation, but we're going to head out. We need to get some rest. Reasonable, right? Wrong. Lean forward, building tension. The next day at the brunch, yes, there's a brunch the next day, the bride pulls my wife aside and is like, oh my God, you guys missed such a good time last night. We were dancing until 3 a.m. Even the old people came. Even the kids came. It was so much fun. And I can see it in my wife's face. She's feeling guilty for not going. This friend is making her feel bad for having basic human needs like sleep. But my wife brushes it off. She's too nice. She just smiles and says, oh, that sounds amazing. I'm sorry we missed it. Maybe next time. I'm standing right there, and I'm already thinking, there will be a next time to settle this score. Slow down. More serious tone. This is the key moment. So we get through day 2. There are 2 ceremonies that day. Yes, 2. Different dress codes, different locations, different vibes. My wife changes outfits twice more. She does her hair and makeup again, and again. By the end of the day, we're running on fumes. We are absolutely exhausted fun. Then there's day 3. One more brunch, one more outfit, one more time doing hair and makeup. My wife wakes up early on day 3. She gets ready. She puts on her 4th outfit of this wedding weekend. She does her hair for the 4th time. She does her makeup for the 4th time. This isn't some casual throw on a dress situation. This is full effort. This is, I'm going to be nice and participate in my friend's wedding. Level of effort. We get to the brunch. We walk in, and the bride sees my wife, and she goes, oh, hi, babe. Wow, you look comfy. Just that one word, comfy. Back to normal tone, but intense, said with this tone. This implied judgment. Like, wow, I can't believe you couldn't even try for my brunch. You just gave up, huh? You're just comfy in that outfit. You didn't make any effort. But here's the thing. My wife had made effort. She'd woken up early. She'd done her hair. She'd done her makeup. She was trying. She was just tired. And this comment? It was designed to make her feel bad. And it worked. I could see it on her face. Now my wife, being the good person she is, she brushes it off. She tells me later that day, you know, I think the stress of planning this wedding just made her mean. She's normally nice. She probably didn't mean it like that. She made excuses for this person. Lean forward. Intense eye contact. But me? In that moment, I made a different decision. I decided I was done being nice about this. I decided I was going to get revenge. Sit back. Slight smile. Pleased tone. Now before you think I'm going to do something crazy, slash her tires, put something in her food, key her car, relax. This is way, way smarter than that. Lean forward again. Conspiratorial tone. I decided I was going to spend the next several years, however long it takes, giving her backhanded compliments. And the genius part? The absolute genius part? She won't know if I'm being nice or if I'm insulting her. She'll just wonder. She'll try to figure it out. And she can't call me out on it because, technically, I'm being complimentary. It's psychological warfare. But it's nice psychological warfare. and I committed to this. I said to myself, I'm going to do this until either she's no longer in our lives or one of us dies. That's the timeline. Let me show you exactly how I've been executing this plan. So the next time we see her at a gathering, I make my move. She's there. I see her. I go up to her with a genuine smile and I say, change to friendly, complimentary tone. Hey, I love how you don't care about vanity, you know? Like, you just go with that natural look. Who cares what people think, right? That's such a cool attitude to have. Back to normal tone. Pause. Now on the surface, that sounds like a compliment. That sounds like I'm saying, it's admirable that you don't care about appearance. But we both know what I'm actually saying. I'm saying, you look like you didn't try. You didn't put effort in. And here's the beautiful part. I can see the wheels turning in her head. She's doing the math. She's trying to figure out, was that a dig? Was that sarcasm? Did he just insult me? But she can't say anything. Because technically, I was nice. Another time, a few weeks later, we're at another event, and I say, you look so comfy today. That's one of the things I like about you. You're always so comfortable with just being yourself. Comfy. I've made that my word now. It's my signature move. And every single time I say it, I can see her trying to decode whether that's a compliment or an insult. She can't quite land on it. It's beautiful. Then another time, I'll say something like, I really wish I had your attitude about showing up whenever. Like, I'm always so stressed about being on time, but you seem so chill about it. You just show up when you show up. That's a gift, honestly. Which is basically me saying, you're late all the time. You're disorganized. I'm better than you. But again, technically complimentary. Or I'll say, I've always admired how you don't stress about the little things, like fashion or hair or any of that stuff. You just are who you are. Translation, you look like a mess, but she can't call me out on it. And the best part, the absolute best part, is that every single time I can see the confusion in her face. She's doing this internal calculation. She's thinking, wait, was that nice or was that mean? Did he just compliment me or insult me? And she's stuck. She can't figure it out. So she just has to sit with that feeling of uncertainty. I've done this dozens of times now. Different situations, different wordings, same effect. And every time, it lands perfectly. The one I'm most proud of? I told her, you know what I really respect? How authentic you are. You don't pretend to be someone you're not. You just show up as yourself, and honestly, that takes courage. Back to normal grinning. Which is absolutely saying, you're not making an effort, but I'm going to frame it as authenticity so you can't argue with me. She literally just nodded and said, thanks, and then spent the rest of the conversation looking confused. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're like, dude, that's kind of petty. Why don't you just let it go? Move on. Life's too short to hold grudges. And maybe you're right. Maybe I am being petty. But here's the thing about what I'm doing. It's not aggressive. It's not mean-spirited in an obvious way. It's not something she can complain about to other people. She can't go to her friends and be like, oh my God, he's being so rude to me. Because I'm complimenting her. Every interaction is slightly uncomfortable for her. Every conversation has this layer of uncertainty. She can't figure out if I like her or if I'm insulting her. And that confusion is the entire point. It's psychological, but it's clean. There's no smoking gun. There's nothing she can point to and say, see, he's being mean to me. And honestly, my wife, she got it. At first, she was like, maybe we should just move past this. But then she realized, I wasn't doing this for her. I was doing this because I saw someone hurt my wife, and I decided to do something about it. Not something violent, not something illegal, not even something that anyone else would notice. Just a long game, a slow burn, a commitment to making her subtly uncomfortable for as long as it takes. And that's kind of beautiful, in a petty way. Direct to camera. Engaging, inviting tone. So here's my question for you. Have you ever been in a situation like this, where someone said something just rude enough that you couldn't let it go? Where the right thing would be to forgive and forget, but instead, you decided to get a little creative with payback? Because I want to hear your stories. I want to know your revenge tactics. Drop a comment down below and tell me, what would you have done in my situation? And if you have any ideas for new backhanded compliments I should use, I am absolutely taking suggestions, because this is just the beginning. I've got years of material ahead of me. If you enjoyed this story, if this made you laugh, if this made you think, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more stories like this. And hey, Share this with someone who appreciates a good petty revenge story, and I'll see you in the next one.